we just did a show called Margot's Got Money Troubles, and it's going to be on Apple TV.
Okay.
It's starring Nick Offerman, Elle Fanning, and Nicole Kidman is in it. It's got a wrestling background involved. It's about this girl whose mom was a Hooters waitress and her dad was a wrestler, and she becomes an OnlyFans creator and uses her dad's advice on how to create a character.
Okay.
So we were doing a scene where Nick Offerman plays the dad. I'm playing myself. We're kind of at a wrestling convention. He's going to come in the ring and wrestle with us. And then Nicole Kidman, who is an ex-wrestler, is going to get into the ring and wrestle with us as well to do the scene. In real life, when she shows up, and she was like wonderfully diva-tastic, like in the best possible way. Like she's Nicole Kidman, and she's very...
one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yes, and she comes in with an entourage, and she's cordial, but not overly like super friendly, but still nice.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is what you would expect her to be like. I'm down with this. And this was the best part. She's going to get in the ring, and they're showing her this is how you get in the ring. You know, you like Stacy Keibler style, and Legos and things. Like, she's like, how do we do it? And she's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Get the stunt person to do it. So the stunt person comes in, action, gets in the ring, cut. I'm like, that's when you know you've made it. When you don't even have to get in the ring yourself. You get somebody to do that work for you. Like that's showbiz.
That's A-list. You know what I mean?
That A+ list.
And that's when you're like, don't you wish you had that in life? You know what I mean? You're at line at the coffee shop and you're like, this line is insane. I can just go wait here all day. Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah. Johannes.
Yeah, Johannes, get in here, please.
Wait in line.
Yeah, you deal with them.
Yeah.
And then like people are yelling at him and you're like,
Then when it's your turn, number 12, and then you grab the number and say, I would like a double latte, cafe, matcha,
Send
whatever.
it back in.
Yeah, there you go. That's I mean, don't they kind of have those commercials where they're doing that now of like State Farm or something where the guy's messing up his date and then an actual quarterback will come in and take over for him.
Yes.
We need that in our real lives.
Yes. But I do love that because I've also heard stories of like people I've interviewed that like one of their first big jobs was like with Jack Nicholson or something, and they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna do a scene with them. And then Jack does his coverage and they're like, oh, it's my turn next. And then they're like, cut. And he's like, I'll be in my trailer. And they put like a piece of tape.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's Jack. Go for it. And then they're like, wait a minute. And you're like, but think about it.
That's what a stand-in does.
Yeah, but think about it. Like you're the biggest star ever.
You're over it. You're like when you first start out, you're like, I want to be involved.
Yeah.
You know, like I was just on a show called Tracker the other day, and I remember I'm watching the scenes back. And I was standing right behind the camera watching that and just learning, you know, because I've done a dozen projects, 2 dozen projects. When you've done like 200 projects, the last thing you want to do is stand around and watch the scene that you're not in.
Yeah.
It's fun at first. After a while, you're probably like, no, I'm not doing this.
I don't need to watch it.
Yeah,
and think about it this way. If Nicole Kidman on this set, they yell action, she walks in, she fumbles with the ropes and falls on her face, that's going to make news.
Yes.
And TMZ is going to be like, duh, duh, duh. That guy with like only like a receding hairline and his little coffee cup's going to be like, Nicole Kidman fell on her face. Let's watch it 7 times and laugh at her.
Yeah.
She don't need that.
That's right.
She don't need that.
No, you don't need that.
And she's giving stunt person a job. I bet stunt person was like, yes.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I always wanted to get in a wrestling ring. And now I'm here with Chris Jericho, and they're having a time.
Yeah, they're getting in, and that you're providing work for everybody.
Yeah,
I like
so
that.
I'm going to look into that.
Okay.
Make a note to Siri that I need to hire a stunt double.
And the thing is, it's going to be fairly probably, well, you're going to have to go to the goblin population, Goblin Town.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll give another goblin a job, which is a great way to be.
I'm no gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm ready to let, like, one. I'll let one in.
Well, there's going to have to be, because you can't just have, like, you know, anybody standing in for you, because the stand-in kind of has to look like you in a way. Unless they put on like a mask or something, like as if that would ever work. We don't need that.
No. But we could paint Danny DeVito green and see if he'll get it.
He could do it. Yeah, he could add some ears.